the house, Hajas.
Hey guys, welcome to iStream Guru this evening. With me, I've got Mr. Joshua Walsh. How are you?
Good to see you, buddy.
You too, brother.
Been a long time, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome to iStream
like
Guru.
your new place.
The family. Thank you. Amazing what you can do after a fire.
It's looking good with a $10,000 drum kit there.
Oh yeah, that adds up pretty
Hey
fast
kids,
here.
$10,000.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
All you gotta do is like all the papers you can deliver.
So, you've been busy lately.
Yes.
As usual.
Yeah.
Good to see. What's been happening?
Well, a lot's been going on. I mean, I moved from Calgary.
Right.
I'm back home now.
Right.
Back home in Ontario. Yes. And yeah, I left the whole beef jerky and and you know cowboy hats behind.
He arrives in Ontario.
And now I'm
First
here.
thing I see is where's
And,
the beef?
well, I met my girlfriend, and I was really happy about that. And things have been going great. And I'm working with Frank Reiner on my new record.
Right.
We have some clients here and there that we've been working on together. Unily, I guess.
Unily?
Is that a new word?
Unilaterally?
Did I just create something?
That sounded anally almost.
Oh, that's horrible. I don't.
Don't worry.
I won't say
edit.
anything right now. So.
It's okay.
But
welcome to the music world.
Yeah, but everything's going great, and been working with Frank on a project that we were working on from a gentleman named Tavis,
Right.
from Kansas, and he's excellent. He's been doing really well, and he has a lot of inspiration, and we worked with him on the Tommy Lee record through TPR. A lot of people did, and it's been going great. So he had a dream, and we hooked him up with it. We wanted to produce it and make it big for him, and,
Nice.
And throw out a video there for
Loving
him.
it.
So Frank did that, actually, Frank Renner.
Right.
Excellent producer. You know, we don't have to say much about him. I mean,
Well, I think you should for a few of the people.
well,
like
his name says it all. I mean, he's one of those guys that personally I've known since '96. I've
Right.
known his sister, and
I see.
I lived with a couple roommates.
He divulged. He divulged.
No, but it's a long time ago, and I've always followed him through his progress, and he's done a great job.
You're such a
and
musician.
I guess.
So typical, eh?
I guess. Well, I started out on drums and then everything else after the
Right.
fact. But
Right.
yeah. So this is your new studio. How are you doing, Dean?
We're doing very well. Post of the fire, December
Awesome.
3rd.
Awesome.
I don't know if you were into numbers at all.
It depends what numbers. SoCal numbers, which are zero,
Stop
or can
it.
we'll talk. We'll talk
he's-
about that later.
He said we weren't going there. What's the first thing he does?
No, we'll talk
I
about
see
that
where
one
this is
later.
going.
That's about royalties and how we don't really get paid much anymore, people. So
We get roiled.
yeah, well said. So it's more of a hobby now that I think that. No, but still, I really hope it pays for my hydro bill in Ontario because that's friggin' expensive. And
the deposits
and
alone,
if your
eh?
girlfriend's not setting the heat to Costa Rica, I guess there's a balance.
Jesus.
But we don't pay heat, thank God, because some places in Ontario are cool about that. So Alberta, yes, you don't pay heat in Ontario. Some places come with that.
Right. So, Frankie here, I don't know, I have a few friends named Frank. One in Welland, Frank Kreitz. I don't know if you know him as well, Frank.
Yeah, the Franks, we all have a club that we get together.
Right. It's the
Every one of us.
It's the Frankensteins.
No, but
Camp Kreitz.
I guess we'll let Frank talk about the video. I mean, like,
Well-
it's something he created from himself, and he's a super talented producer on all levels. And for him to switch over to image and to, get into the field of video,
Sure.
he's really come, like, incredibly, like, substantially higher than I think a lot of people that I know, even in Toronto, that are walking around with egos that think there's something. And Frank's really... he's one of the best, man. One of the
Awesome.
best.
Well, great meeting you, Frank.
Yeah, good to meet you guys.
And welcome to iStream Guru this evening.
Yeah, good to be here.
Thanks,
So
brother.
talk about the idea, Frank. When we were working, remember when we met with Tavis a long time ago, and we were like, "Where is he going to go with this?" And we weren't sure if it was Red Room, for example, in the movie. Jeez, why is it drawing a blank now?
I'm not sure.
The movie,
50 Shades of what?
No, Red Room.
Oh, Red Room. Okay. Deadpool.
Frank, why is this drawing a blank to me?
I'm sorry?
The Shining.
The
The
Shining.
Shining.
Thank you. At least somebody remembers.
I was going to say the Shriners.
Well, I don't know if that's exactly
Come
what I was
on,
thinking
the
about.
Red Room,
I
the
was thinking,
Shriners,
I was
the
totally on
Hats.
Jack Nicholson.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, and we weren't sure where he was going with this. And when we read the lyrics, we determined that it was kind of going in the direction that was completely different than what we thought. Frank took it on a whole different level. Like, I did the pre-production, he did the post-production.
Okay.
So I sent him all the tracks basically buffed and ready to go. And Frank did everything from that point on, gave it the little bit of the edge he needed. And I think he did fantastic.
Just a little bit of the edge I recognized there, Frank. Thanks for holding off on the edge.
Well, Frank, what gave you the inspiration for the animated video with the boat and everything?
That's a good question. It really, I'd like to say that I was inspired by the song, the meaning of the song, but I honestly don't know what the song's about.
Exactly.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I felt the same way about it. I was like, you know what? We didn't.
Yeah, it was more about, wanting to portray something visually, with the sound of the track and build upon something a little bit more, imaginary as opposed to literal. Like I just don't. There was nothing that I could, envision with the lyrics. But that's the thing. I think when you work with artists, you need to, give them the freedom to be expressive, and it might not always line up to what you want to do. And the best part about doing a video is that you can kind of use some creative license to kind of take it in a different direction, and that's basically what I did. But yeah, it was definitely inspired by things that aren't present in the music necessarily, but
I think artistically it came out really well. It was grainy and I found it was very Toolish to the old style Tool video, sober and stuff. And I really thought that you nailed it right on the button.
What are you
For
talking
what
about
people
now,
need.
audio-wise or visual?
No, visual.
Oh, visual-wise, okay.
Yeah, absolutely visual.
Okay.
Frank seems to have an eye for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a chef as well, by the way?
chef.
I don't
on the
know.
side, do
Are
you
you a
cook?
grease monkey? Are you a grease monkey? Do you work on Harleys on the side?
No.
No.
You will not see me doing that.
See?
No. Cooking on occasion, but
Cooking on occasion.
it's not.
Because we do have
What is it, hot dogs and craft dinner, or seriously?
We do have a cooking show here that you're more than welcome to come and do your best, KD.
Oh, really? It's
Like-
Ramsey Hajas.
There you
I
go.
see.
That's
I know
right.
what's going on.
We have a cooking show here. You can bag them and tag them.
Polish the book.
Polish the book. Yeah,
Finish
you
it
polish some of the tracks.
Yeah.
And it's great to see the merge. Now, is there anything else that you guys have worked on previously to this project, or is this the inaugural?
This is probably the first I think that me and Frank worked on with an exterior, client. I mean, I've worked with clients in Calgary for a long time until I got back home. When I got back home, I called Frank up and said, "Do you want to do this for Tavis?" And Tavis is somebody that's been with us as friends with the TPR community for
Right.
a long time. And we thought, let's take this guy to the next level. So we really
So
focused hard on
you
it.
saw a massive potential, did
Well,
you, Frank?
We did.
You saw a massive potential, did you, Frank?
I saw someone with the desire to do something. I think that I think it kind of yield to the what an artist wants as opposed to being heavy-handed producers, because I don't feel like that works in this climate. So if somebody articulates that they want something a certain way, then it may or may not be a good fit. There's a lot of people making music out there, but in this case, I felt like it was a good fit. He gave Josh and I the freedom to create the track around just the skeleton of a song that we were given, and that can be a lot of fun. And as opposed to somebody who's wants you to thread the needle with some very specific things that you need to do that's basically in alignment to their vision and not a whole lot of regard for yours. So I thought it was it was worth doing, and there's all kinds of you can go in a million different directions when you're put in that kind of position. And it was Josh and I it was our challenge to kind of figure out, okay, what could this be? Because it could be anything we wanted to be.
Yeah, we kind of